Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
I deeply apologize for what I did in your court.
Well, there you have it, and boy, what a difference 24 hours makes. A woman pleads to a judge to be released from jail after being given a 93-day sentence for being held in contempt of court. Plus, police are trying to find this man after a woman walking in an office parking lot, in the middle of the day is approached and then groped. But first, we're tracking severe weather moving into Metro Detroit. And we start here in the Weather Center with Brandon. Man, we might hit 70 degrees today. Did we?
Well, we are on our way, and we've already broken the record.
But then we've got the potential for this severe weather.
One thing will lead to another. So we get the warm, sort of muggy air, and the threat for severe weather is increasing, intensifying. And one of the signs of that comes from the Storm Prediction Center, Norman, Oklahoma, issues these threat categories. And today, all day along and south of M59, this tan area shaded in, enhanced risk, that has now expanded all the way almost through our north zone. So we are all in the same boat here later in the day. Part of the problem is the warm-up, 75% humidity, 62 degrees. The old record was 59. Set back in 1976, we've smashed it, and we're just getting going here. South winds at 9, as Evrod said, probably a good chance we hit 70 degrees today. Look at 72 Indy, Columbus, Pittsburgh. This whole area is under the gun with us for severe weather as we head through the day. The warm front comes in first. We're already feeling the effects of that. A couple of spotty showers possible as we head through the next few hours, but really it's right around 5, 6 o'clock p.m. and beyond today, evening hours, that we're worried about this cold front clashing with our warm air mass. We've had some more intense showers up in the Thumb region, but that has gone. Again, a quick little splash and dash between now and 4 or 5 o'clock, but mainly dry conditions, mostly cloudy, 67, 70 degrees, smashed the old record. 5, 6 o'clock. Boy, it is eyes to the skies time. The threat categories all over the board, including always dangerous lightning. This is going to be at high volume. Wind is not only from the downburst or straight line wind potential, which can be as bad as tornadoes, but also we're starting to see the wind profile in the potential of these thunderstorms increasing, changing direction, wind shear, which does put our tornado risk in the medium category. Again, Evrod, this will be mainly after 4 or 5 p.m. severe weather alert.
Alrighty, Brandon, we know you'll stay on top of it. This is a video that has been seen more than 10 million times on the Local 4 Facebook page. It's of a mother being sent to jail for being in contempt of court while her daughter was being sentenced for a deadly drunk driving crash. Now, today that mother was back in court delivering an emotional apology to the judge. Here's our Priya Man with more on what happened next.
After being held in contempt of court for disrupting victim impact statements, Donna Kozel appeared before a judge today. And what a difference a night in jail can make.
Yes, I deeply apologize for what I did. I was under a lot of stress.
Donna Kozel offered a tearful apology after an outburst at her daughter's sentencing hearing landed the woman in jail. Kozel was in court yesterday as her daughter, Amanda Kozel, was being sentenced in a fatal drunk driving crash. During the victim impact statements, Judge Kiana Lillard noticed Kozel's family members were laughing during the victim impact statement.
This is a court of law. You cannot come down to the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice and act any way you want to act.
When asked to leave, Judge Lillard says Donna started yelling in the hallway, further disrupting the sentencing.
It's just everything overwhelmed, and I deeply apologize for what I did in your court. I just needed to get out, and it's been very hard for me.
What you have to understand is, as hard as this is for you to see your baby going to prison, imagine what that family feels like when their child's dead.
The woman was taken into custody and held in criminal contempt of court. After spending the night in a Wayne County jail cell, the judge released the woman who could have spent 93 days in prison for the outburst.
You can't come to court acting a fool. I know people watch a lot of shows on TV where you see different things happening in make-believe courtrooms that give people a skewed sense of reality, but this is real life here, and we just can't have people behaving like that.
The victim who was killed in that fatal drunk driving crash was Jerome Zerker. He leaves behind a fiance and 5 children. Donna Kozel is expected to be released from prison within the next few hours. Reporting from Frank Murphy Hall of Justice, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
Thank you, Priya. And at yesterday's sentencing, Kozel's daughter was sentenced herself to 3 to 15 years in prison for that deadly drunk driving crash. New at noon, Southfield police need your help in finding a man who assaulted a woman. A 25-year-old woman told police she was approached by this man while walking in the parking lot at One Town Square on Wednesday. She said the man asked her if she wanted to make some money, and when she tried to walk away, she says that he reached under her dress and grabbed her bottom. Police only have a vague description of the suspect, but he was driving this white 4-door Cadillac. If you have any information, please give Southfield Police a call. State Senator Coleman Young Jr. held a news conference today, formally announcing his plan to run for mayor of Detroit.
And in a city where 40% of its residents are living in poverty, in a city where the jobs for Detroiters have gone down by 35%, in a time when people are having their water shut off, we need change. And that is why I am running for mayor.
Now, Young is the son of former longtime Detroit Mayor Coleman Young. He previously served 2 terms in the Michigan House of Representatives. Meanwhile, today, Detroit's public safety unions endorsed the re-election of current Mayor Mike Duggan. The unions include the Detroit Police Officers Association, Detroit Police Lieutenants and Sergeants Association, and the Detroit Firefighters Association. They represent 3,000 active and retired officers and firefighters. Macomb County Sheriff's deputies say that they are looking for 2 men in connection to the theft of some valuable Pokemon cards. Take a look. The men are pictured here walking out of a Target store in Macomb Township on Tuesday. They're wanted in connection with the theft of several $100s worth of Pokemon cards. If you recognize them, take a good look at them. You're asked to call the Macomb County Sheriff's Office. And now we want to get to a Help Me Hank consumer alert for you this afternoon. JCPenney announced today that it's going to be closing more than 100 stores across the country. JCPenney officials say that 130 to 140 stores will be shut down, and there are over a dozen locations here in Michigan. The full list of stores that are closing will be released sometime next month. We've also learned that 2 distribution centers will be shut down as well. JCPenney saying that despite achieving a net profit for the first time since 2010, the closings will be necessary to maintain sustainable growth. All right, still ahead here at noon, firefighters risk their lives to save a dog. And new at noon, we'll show you the video that captures that dramatic rescue. But first, President Trump addresses a major conservative conference as he enters his 2nd month in office. Find out why many are calling the speech a very pivotal moment.
Our chief meteorologist, Ben Bailey, issued the severe weather alert at 11 o'clock last night, well ahead of this storm threat, because we didn't want anybody to get caught off guard. It is starting to really warm up. A lot of people are going to be outside today, but starting to see some more storms firing down south. We'll talk about your severe weather threat on a Friday coming up next.
President Trump is rallying Republicans at the influential CPAC conference this morning, a day after key members of his administration promised he'd continue the fight that got him to the White House. His speech to conservatives comes a day after he flexed his foreign policy muscle, vowing to build up the United States nuclear arsenal. NBC's Jay Gray reports from Washington, D.C.
I wouldn't miss a chance to talk to my friends. These are my friends.
But a year ago, the CPAC crowd was not filled with friends. Candidate Donald Trump skipped the event after a straw poll showed only 15% of the group supported his campaign. Now, though, the Conservative Political Action Conference is embracing Trump and his movement.
The likes of which, actually, the world has never seen before. There's never been anything like this.
The president outlined what has been a controversial White House agenda, touching on health care and tax reform, new foreign trade initiatives, energy, immigration, and border security, insisting a wall between the U.S. and Mexico is on the way.
In fact, it's going to start soon, way ahead of schedule.
A day after saying he would grow the American nuclear arsenal, the president vowed to strengthen the entire military.
Nobody will dare question our military might again.
The president closing by calling on a higher power.
As long as we have faith in each other and trust in God, then there is no goal at all beyond our reach.
As he continues to reach out to a changing conservative base. President Trump now turns his attention to his next major speech, the address he'll make to a joint session of Congress next Tuesday. Jay Gray, NBC News, Washington.
Right now we want to get to breaking news just into the Local 4 newsroom. An arrest warrant has been issued for the president of the Detroit Police Officers Association. His name is Mark Diaz, and he is expected in court a little bit later today in Clarkston, facing 1 count of malicious destruction of a building and 1 count of reckless driving. We're going to have more on this story coming up on Local 4 News first at 4 as it develops. Well, more than a dozen San Francisco firefighters rescue a dog trapped on a cliff. A crew of 16 took about an hour to rescue this dog that had fallen off of the cliff. Fortunately, the dog only tumbled part of the way down, but could have fallen another 60 feet. As you can see here, a firefighter was lowered down in a harness to rescue that dog, who was very friendly during the hour-long process and was eventually reunited with its owner. Protect and serve.
New at noon.
Still ahead here at noon, on a weekend where the top films of the year are going to take center stage at the Oscars, we're going to take a look at the films, the new films that are hitting the box office. Brandon?
We will be hyper-focused on the next 12 hours of weather here in Metro Detroit. An enhanced risk for severe weather: Detroit, Toledo, Indy, Columbus, Cincinnati. It is just now starting to fire up. We'll break it down hour by hour, tell you about the threats and what's ahead for your weekend. Coming up.
He's been called the best 7th grader in the nation. I'll let you be the judge of that.
I see the desire in him. He wants to get better. He wants to improve all the time. So whatever I can do for him, I do it.
He's from Ypsilanti. He's a warrior on the court. Typical 13-year-old off the court. His story tonight at 11.
It's Carson.
All right, everybody, welcome back as we are under a severe weather alert despite the great weather that we had yesterday.
And for the rest of the afternoon, which is why we sort of threw this out there early, because we want to plant seeds in the back of your mind to know that we're in for a rough ride later today, almost a guarantee. A little tough to tell exactly when and where. That's always the case with severe weather. So, you know, Ben Bailey is coming in early. Paul Gross is coming in on what was a day off. That's how intense the situation is or will be today. Let's go ahead and start with some temperatures outside as we see quick warming, even though Howell has not quite gotten there yet. A little thicker cloud cover, a couple of little showers also keeping things a little bit on the cooler side there. But boo, look at that right there live. Port Huron just bumped up 5 degrees, and we're going to see those jumps. 62 degrees at Detroit, 63 in Monroe. We've already broken the record today, which was 59 degrees back in 1976. Nothing more than a couple of spotty showers. Upper 60s to near 70 degrees. The humidity's up a little bit. Dew points will be in the middle and upper 50s, which, if this is in the middle of the summertime, it's manageable, but it does show us that there is an increase in humidity, and the heat, humidity, clashing with a cold front or pre-cold front conditions later in the day is really the recipe that we're not looking forward to. A lot of the activity after 5 o'clock, but again, we don't want you to rest on that. Know that the environment is right for 1 or 2 of these things to fire up even before that. I certainly believe that if your kids are in school, we'll get everybody home and safe, but right around 5, 6 o'clock, we really need to keep an eye to the skies, as the main threat will be late afternoon and evening. Storm Prediction Center again has expanded the enhanced risk, and you look at these. Marginal is the weakest risk, which does include northern lower. Slight risk for the extreme top of our north zone. This gives us probably a good 10 to 20% chance that this line of storms will produce severe weather. Enhanced risk means that up to 45% chances of that line producing. And although I did say almost a guarantee. I really do believe that we have the right ingredients for at least seeing some straight line or downburst winds from maybe some collapsing thunderstorms to worry about. If you have ever been in a neighborhood that has been hit by straight line or downburst winds, just as bad as an EF0, EF1 tornado sometimes, dangerous lightning will be plentiful out there. That can do a lot of damage as far as power outages, things like that, and just straight up dangerous to the body. Tornado concerns also in the medium category. Flooding and hail, smaller risks for that. There will be a couple of pockets seeing very, very heavy rain, but the widespread impact will be a little bit lesser than that. Starting to see some of these showers and storms firing down through central Indiana. Again, we have a warm front coming in first, and this is going to help us get to near 70 degrees. We're going to think this is great, this is awesome, but keep in the back of your mind that that cold front is coming and a couple of different waves that we could see. And luckily, we are on the warmer side of things because we have severe winter storm warnings across portions of Wisconsin, even up in the UP, and a blizzard warning for Minnesota and Iowa for today. Once we get past midnight tonight, things should calm down. The cool air does come in. Breezy Saturday with some pockets of lake effect snow. Temperatures falling down through the 30s. I think we'll have wind chills in the 20s most of the weekend, Evrod. And next week is a little bit up and down. Looks like we start Monday back to work, back to school with a little snow and then a midday wintry mix.
And we know you'll stay on top of it. Brandon, thank you. Let's head to the box office because as we head into Academy Awards weekend, there are some new films that are going to be coming to theater. But these are more popcorn fare films than Oscar contenders.
Do they know I'm black?
Should they?
You might wanna, you know.
Daniel Kaluuya is the guest of horror in Get Out. He's the boyfriend of Girls star Allison Williams, who invites him upstate to meet the parents. But nerves over interracial undertones give way to a more insidious discovery that could lead to subliminal enslavement. Get Out is written and directed by Jordan Peele. It's rated R.
When people try to steal from me, many innocent characters die violent and meaningless deaths.
Nicholas Hoult gets his love on the run in Collide. This high-speed heist film features Hoult as a former car thief falling for Felicity Jones. But when very bad man Anthony Hopkins steals the carjacker's lady love, Hoult needs help from drug smuggler Ben Kingsley to get her back. Collide is rated PG-13.
That boy is really starting to steam my clams.
A pound puppy wants to play Freebird in Rock Dog. Luke Wilson is the voice of Bodhi, a Tibetan Mastiff who dreams of trading his shepherd's stick for hot licks. But his father forbids music on the mountain, so the Toonhound runs away to the big city, where he finds a guitar hero with the chops to rock. Rock Dog is rated PG.
A lot of good movies to go see. This might even be the perfect weekend. We'll be right back with a final check of your forecast.
Replay songs.
Severe weather alerts, mainly for the late afternoon, evening hours. We need to be prepared for a couple of isolated storms between 4 and 6 p.m., but a bulk of the activity starts happening after 5 or 6 p.m. We've already broken a record high temperature today. The heat and humidity are there. The warm front still needs to push through. And then that cold front, it's going to be a very rocky evening around here. Just make sure you've got that in your plans in a safe place.
Yeah. And download the local forecasters app as well to keep track of all the radar. Have a great day, everybody, and a great weekend. Stay safe.